one, we have a spiky chest here, so this is probably gonna be an important item. What's it gonna be? It's the boomerang. Yes, I love this thing. It's actually quite a bit more useful than it was in Ocarina of Time, because it can actually lock onto 5 targets instead of 1. And just like you could in some of the older Zelda games, you can actually throw it at enemies and you can stun them with the boomerang. It's pretty nice. It's probably one of my favorite items in the game. And with this we'll also be able to destroy all of the flowers where we don't have any nuts to destroy them, so and it also kills these guys pretty quickly. I love it. Yeah, it kills some enemies, but most enemies it'll just stun them, which I will show later on. And I can't reach that guy, and I don't know why I tried to do that, because that doesn't really work. We're just gonna climb further up by grappling. The first few times I played this game, I didn't know you could do this, and I never really went up here. I forget when I figured out. Maybe like my 3rd playthrough or something. And I missed. But it doesn't matter, because we can just, well, you can try to go to that door with the flowers, which we're actually not gonna explore too well. I'm actually gonna explore that room later. I don't really know why. I should have just gone and explored that room now, but I really didn't do that. I also don't know why I kept this part in, because I'm mostly just like messing around. Yeah, we'll explore that room later. That's one of the treasure chests I missed that I will come back for later on. Like I said, it was late and I wasn't really thinking what I was doing here. So, in here we get a joy pendant, which is not really that great. There's also some stuff we need to go back for in the dungeon now that we have the boomerang. We're gonna be doing that soon as well. And I went into the wrong room. So we can go in here now. This is actually the room with the flowers, I believe. The room that had those 2 flowers on that we destroyed with our boomerang. And I missed. And this is when I actually run out of magic here, as you can see, and for some reason nothing in this place was giving me any magic. So what I had to do was I had to go back to where the Boko Babas are, and then I remembered that you can actually steal magic from those guys. So where we are now is we're back in the first big room we saw in this dungeon. If you still remember that. You can actually use these Boko Bots to go up higher, and over here you'll find a treasure chest, which you can only get if you have the boomerang. And in it there's actually a pretty important item. This is going to be one of the treasure charts. And I can't skip this text. That's something I really don't like about the treasure charts. They make you read that every time. Actually, they do that with every item. What am I saying? I think if you go over to the other side, there is actually well, there's some rupees over on that tree. That's actually the first time I'm ever noticing those rupees. Oh my god! And I believe you get a chew here. No, you get a joy pendant. Not that we really need that, but it's there, so we might as well pick it up. So now we just need to we just need to head back again. I decided to leave this in because there is some stuff. There is also a treasure chest down here that I usually miss. I recommend that you get this because it's not really that important, but it can definitely help you out. And here we have a ferry, so we might as well try to grab that. If I can actually climb on top of that. And we got ourselves a ferry, so even though we are in no danger of dying here, especially because the boss of this place is like the easiest boss in the entire game. That's one problem I have with this game. It's kinda too easy. I sort of wish they made it harder than it is, but they didn't. Oh well. I mean, even like the big thing that's supposed to be like really hard isn't really that bad. It's not as bad as it is in Twilight Princess, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm probably not making any sense here. But yeah, like I said, you want to pick this up. It's going to be a Knight's Crest. Now, even though there will be plenty of these later on in the game, I recommend that you grab this early Knight's Crest so that after the next dungeon, you'll be able to get something pretty cool. Which is definitely worth your time. Just saying. And now we're just trying to make this flower fall down, if we can do that. Which can be kind of tricky. You have to hit all 5 of those things at once to make that thing fall, and that'll break through the floor, and it'll let you go to where the boss key of this dungeon is, or the big key, not the boss key. Yeah, I've actually been playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask more. Speaking of Majora's Mask, not too long ago, Chugga Conroy actually started his Majora's Mask LP, which is pretty surprising. It's actually the first time he's LPing a game that I've already done, so it's really nice to compare it to my own work, I guess. Not that I could ever, well, be as good as he is. I mean, not to say that my stuff isn't great, even though I don't think my LPs are that great. It's still nice to see what he's doing with the game. And, well, so far it's not that bad, so... Listen to the way I said that. It's not that bad. No, I think I actually like Nintendo Capri Sun's Majora's Mask LP better. That's probably one of the best LPs he's ever done. And I think I also said that when I LP'd the game, like, I wish I could show the game the way he did. Because I really feel like I kind of rushed through Majora's Mask, especially at the end. But we're getting off topic here. These hands that are sticking out of the ground can be pretty annoying. They respawn if you kill them, and if they grab onto you, they will steal magic from you. So be careful. And we have another yellow rupee, like we need it, because we're maxed out already. Yeah, this is why I went back to Windfall Island for some side quests, because as you can see, well, we're already maxed out again. So all of those rupees that I used on Windfall Island for that side quest would have gone to waste if I had not gone back there. Wow, that was weird. The camera like glitched there. Never seen that happen before. Yeah, as you can see, there's still a treasure chest up there that I missed. I will go back for that. But first of all, we need to open up that, because we will be able to go through this door. And this is the other room. They have an entire room here for one treasure chart, which is pretty awesome. It's sort of like a puzzle room, even though it's not really that hard to figure out. And I'm still grinding for gold feathers, because for some reason I think I don't have enough, I guess. I know I looked, like at one point. Yeah, the boomerang also kills those guys in one shot, which is pretty cool. There's actually a hole you can use to crawl in there. Yeah, 25 gold feathers. That's pretty awesome. So I guess that's when I looked. There's actually a hole you can crawl into, but you won't be able to get that treasure chest with your boomerang. There's actually not enough room to throw your boomerang. You'll just hit you'll hit the vines instead of the flower. So what you, well, no, you won't hit the vines. It's just that you will be so close that the flower will actually close, and you won't be able to hit it. So all we need to do is we need to get to the top of this room, and luckily if you fall off, there's a kind of like a shortcut here. It's a pretty interesting room. Yeah, this guy always usually the Boka Baba always knocks me off, but this time I guess I just couldn't jump. Well, here we go again. Third time's the charm. Yeah, I kinda don't like the post commentary. I really wish I would have been able to do this with live commentary, especially because the next few videos are also gonna be post commentary. Because what I'm gonna be doing after this, I guess I can explain that, is I'm gonna be doing a full world exploration to sort of fill in my my sea chart. I always do that at this point of the game, and I would have to cut out so much that doing live commentary would just make everything like really complicated. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I jumped into the hole while the cutscene was going. So we just throw the bomb flower in there, and that's how you get this. And there's our second treasure chest for this dungeon. So we have, technically we have 100% of this dungeon now. Well, if you don't count the treasure chest that we missed. Yeah, like I said, you can crawl in here through that hole, but the flower will close because you're too close to it, and you will not be able to actually get that treasure chest with your boomerang. So be aware of that. And yeah, there's not much left to do in this dungeon. We have to make the flower fall again, which can be kind of awkward, because you're like trying to hit it at an angle, but I still think those guys are just so funny when they die, especially the sound they make. This game is so silly sometimes. So we just use this thing to go over to the other side, and all this is gonna do is just, well, not yet. I was gonna say it's gonna give us a shortcut, but we still need to get the big key. And I'm yawning. It's early. And we have more of these stupid hands. They're probably some of my least favorite enemies in the game, even though they don't do any damage. I just don't like how they respawn all the time.